Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Ticket Stubs Podcast, a movie podcast on the internet where two guys talk about movies for a little bit and they're friends. My co-host with me, as always, Zach. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Good. School has started, and I hate it already. That fast.
Well, at least you're almost done.
Yeah, senior year, man. I'm almost out of here.
Almost done, and even better is that you have a vacation coming up in like a month or so. So,
Con, baby.
it could be a lot. It could be a lot worse, but we have movies and TV to help us distract us from our crappy lives. You have school, I have work. We have film and TV to help us distract us. But first, we talk about every week, Zach. Before we get into the nitty gritty, what we've been watching. Yes. So, Zach, what have you been watching this past week, man?
I've been watching a little bit of stuff. I watched actually a horror movie.
Okay.
With some people because I make terrible decisions. But it's called Would You Rather, and it's actually got from Pitch Perfect in it. The side chick. Bitch, I don't know.
Which one?
Brittany, the redhead.
Okay.
That's with the blonde in the first movie, and then I think she's in the second movie too.
Okay, I haven't
she's
seen the
in
second
it,
one.
and she's blonde. Yeah, but it's called Would You Rather. It's actually an interesting movie. It's got it's almost like a Saw type concept.
Okay.
And the twist end wasn't bad either. All in all, I mean, it was a decent movie. If you're paying attention, you can kind of guess what the twist is going to be. So I mean, the writing's not
amazing,
too obscure. It's not amazing. It was a decent film. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was a Netflix horror film, so I wasn't expecting too much out of it. Not like Netflix created it, but it was on Netflix.
Wait, what do you know when it came out? Like how long ago?
I think it came out. I want to say it came out in like 2013 or 2014, like that. Like it was pretty recent.
Okay. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it either.
Minus the girl from Pitch Perfect. Is anybody else, anyone else anything big, or is it just like that? She's the biggest star in the movie.
She's like the biggest star in the movie from what I saw. No, I didn't recognize really anybody else that was in the film, except he did look kind of familiar. Is he in anything? Enver Jokaj.
That name is I don't know the name. Yeah.
He's in. Apparently he was in the Avengers or something. But yeah, Brittany Snow, she was in it. Came out in 2012, so not too long ago. I think that was right after Pitch Perfect came out, maybe.
It might be. I have no clue. Yeah.
It was a little bit before. I don't know. It was around that time. But yeah, I mean, it's actually a decent film. It's not really scary. It's more like thriller-ish type. It's definitely more like a Saw film than like a horror movie, but it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. And then after that,
I think I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't too bad, like horror-wise. I think the story was interesting enough for me to overlook the fact that it was supposed to be a horror film.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really and it's not like Saw torture devices. It's kind of just the things that. It's more like the choices they had to make. There was people getting electrocuted, and then the one guy had to cut his eye open, but you don't really see it. You just see him do the motion, and he's got a puffy eye the rest of the time. So it's not like Saw where it's the gore is in your face. It's just kind of implied, and you see the after effects, but it's not really
the actual action. You don't see anything.
Yeah, you don't actually see him slicing his eye open or anything like that.
Okay.
But I mean, it was not bad film. After that, I watched Matthew Vaughn film Layer Cake with Daniel Craig. Great movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was really, really good. I did not realize until after I watched it that Matthew Vaughn had directed this film. Yeah. Because it's unlike his other films. It's not like Kick-Ass or Kingsman or anything like that. It's not over the top or flashy or anything. It's very down to earth. Very smart movie. I liked it a lot. I
mean,
really
the producer. Cool. I'm pretty sure the producer is Guy Ritchie, I believe.
Is it? It probably is. I feel like because Matthew Vaughn produces a lot of Ritchie stuff, I feel like they just go back and forth on that. Let's see. It might be. But yeah, very, very smart film. I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely interesting crime film to see. Let's see. Maybe he did.
I know.
I'm guessing you.
I know. I've seen before. I know Guy Ritchie's involved in some aspect of it. I'm not sure if he was like a co-writer or a producer. I know he's involved in it in some aspect.
No, I get. Well, he didn't produce it. Let's see. Maybe he helped write it. Yeah. I don't know. He's somewhere in there. But
did you like it? Did you like it though?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really, really good, and the ending was, I don't know. The ending felt a little unnecessary. I don't know. I guess it was just trying to talk about like. I'm not sure what the fucking point of the ending was. I mean, I still enjoyed the film. I enjoyed it a lot. It reminded me a lot of like Snatch or like Lock, Stock, Smoking Barrels. Like it was very much like a crime film like that. So I could definitely see like you can tell Guy Ritchie's influence on like Matthew Vaughn, especially like earlier on. Like this film is very similar to like one of those movies.
It's definitely because it was before Matthew Vaughn, who we know now. It's like before he found his style. He was kind of piggybacking off of Guy Ritchie's style.
Yeah, it's way before like Kick-Ass or anything like that. Like where he like definitely put in like his own special like spin on the things.
Exactly. I mean, I like the movie a lot though. I think it's a really solid movie. I haven't seen it in like probably like 4 or 5 years, but it's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, thought it was really cool. And then the last thing I watched, because I read the novel for this book, I got it Sunday and finished it yesterday, and then I watched the movie last night, Gone Girl.
Okay.
I watched it again. Still a really, really good movie, but after having read the book, some of the things that David Fincher like decided to like leave out and stuff like that. Like obviously, I understand that he has to, but the book goes so much more in detail into like the psyche of like Nick and Amy throughout this whole thing. Especially like,
I saw this post on Tumblr actually talking about the same kind of situation. How they're pushing a frustrations on a director, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, did the director write the screenplay?
No, it's like I'm not pushing it on David Fincher. I realize like it's like a 400-page book, and you can't make a 400-page book into a 2-hour movie. It's just not possible.
Yeah.
You gotta write some stuff off.
I think Gone Girl's an interesting topic because you're mentioning you would like to see these kind of like aspects of the novel be put more into the book and the movie. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But like the screenplay was written by Gillian Flynn.
Yeah.
So it's like I think she mentally determined that okay, this movie can still work like this.
Yeah.
So, but that's always a syndrome you have when you read a book or see a movie. You always have a debate between what can be put into it versus what do you think audiences will actually like to see, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I think I actually enjoyed it more watching the movie, that is, the second time viewing it after having read the book, because knowing, like, specifically where Gillian Flynn is trying to go, like, with the mind of, like, Nick and Amy Dunn through all this, and especially, like, seeing, like, I think one thing that made a real big difference for me between the book and the movie is the ending, in that in the movie it's all like the ending is just him like doing that backwards call to the beginning of the movie where you see him like stroking Amy's head or whatnot, and he's asking all those questions or whatnot. But in the book, she actually takes it a different way, and she actually has like Amy Dunn finish the story. And she talks about like how she's about to have the baby and all this stuff. And then the very last line in the book is like, basically she's just like, I don't have anything else to say. I just wanted to have the last word because fuck y'all.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that definitely sounds like something Amy would do. Like,
so
I don't care about what you want me to say. I just wanted to have the last word.
When you were reading the book, did you picture Rosamund Pike as Amy and Ben Affleck as what's his name? Yeah, did you?
Yeah, as Nick Dunn. Yeah, I definitely saw, because it'd been a while since I'd seen the movie, so Rosamund Pike was a little like more blurry to me, but I like put like Ben Affleck like as McDonald. Like I imagine like this big, brawny dude. Even though he actually wasn't that big for Gone Girl. Like I don't know why, but I was putting Ben Affleck on it, but I wasn't putting like Ben Affleck from Gone Girl. I was putting like Batman Ben Affleck. So he's like this big hulking dude, and I was like, and I looked back to watch the movie, and I'm like, he's really not that big in this movie. Like he's way bigger.
He's definitely a average height white guy.
Yeah.
But he's still not like he's still pretty fit.
Yeah, I mean like he's fit, but it's like he's not
Batman
fit like how he is for like Batman fit. Like before you'd seen Batman, you're like, oh yeah, he's actually pretty fit. And then you see him as Batman, you're like, nope, he's way fucking bigger than Batman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely like put like them onto like the character sheets. The only thing I didn't do was like those were the only two I did it with though, like with Go and like the detectives and all that stuff. Like I definitely just like I don't know, I couldn't remember what they look like, so I just like made up characters for them, or made up images that is. But yeah, definitely for Amy and Nick, I definitely put Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike on there.
I do the same thing. Yeah.
Still looks really good.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I watched.
Okay, cool. I want to read that book, but I have a lot of books to read, so I probably never will get to it.
It's so good, man. I've read all 3 of her books now. I hope she makes another one. She's such a good writer. Well, and I'm so mad that she's not doing that TV show with David Fincher anymore. That was supposed to be on Showtime.
I'm mad too. I am mad as well.
Okay.
So that's all you watched this week?
Yeah, that's all I watched this week was just Layer Cake, Gone Girl, and Would You Rather.
Are you excited? I know you've been talking about it. Are you really excited for Sharp? Which one's coming out soon?
Dark Places, yeah.
Dark Places,
yeah,
okay.
I'm definitely excited to see it now. I know still you got to deal with the fact that she takes liberties and whatnot. Did she? I don't know if she actually wrote the screenplay.
I don't think she did. Yeah, I don't think she did.
So I don't know how that's gonna work out. I'll have to watch it and I'll let everybody else know what I thought. But yeah, I'm still definitely excited to see it. Because all her books that I've read, which I've read all of them now, could be all great crime films.
Yeah.
The Sharp Objects is probably one of my favorites, so I was surprised they didn't make that one the next movie. But all of them would be really, really great crime films.
Okay, so they've made Gone Girl, obviously, get Rosamund Pike. They made Sharp Dark Places, that's Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Who's the lead character for the Sharp Objects movie, if you had to cast it?
If I had to cast it for Sharp Objects,
Emma Stone.
Nope, definitely not her. She would not work.
Emma Watson.
Actually, how old is Emma Watson now?
She's like 25.
She might work. Emma Watson might work, yeah, because the girl in that, I think she's in her late 20s.
Okay.
In Sharp Objects, and she's got like brunette hair, and she's kind of like average height, like that. She might actually work for something like that. I'm trying to think of who else might work.
Emma, what's her name from the show on Nickelodeon about high school?
I don't even know.
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts?
Emma Roberts, yeah.
No,
I'm just going through every Emma I can think of.
I don't even know. I could maybe see. I don't know why, but she's the only one I could think of. But I actually could see her doing it. Would be like Mila Kunis.
Okay.
I could see her.
I would see Mila Kunis in anything.
Yeah, I could definitely see her in that movie. I feel like she might be able to do really good, and it'd be a good time for her to get like some actual like dramatic acting because she hasn't done too much of that as of late.
I know the last time I think 99% of the audiences that went to go see Jupiter Ascending went to go see Channing Tatum or Mila Kunis. Whereas the 1% went to go see the Wachowskis, which was what I did.
Yeah.
But she wasn't horrible in Jupiter Ascending. It wasn't her fault that the movie sucked. It was everything else that sucked. But she was pretty solid in it, and she was pretty good in the Darren Aronofsky movie Black Swan. She was good in Black Swan. Yeah.
She was the opposite of
Natalie Portman, baby.
Natalie Portman in that one, right? Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what it is.
I know. I know the score.
Yeah, exactly. You know the score, dude. I guess we'll go into what I've been checking out this past week. I have kind of a bit, so I'll kind of run through it.
Okay.
First thing I watched was on recommendation from Nicholas Winding Refn himself.
Okay.
was he told me personally
Oh,
was
okay.
to watch a movie called Hyena, which is a British crime film that you can get on VOD.
Okay.
And again, it's a very violent crime film, indie crime film about some dirty cops in London, I believe.
Okay.
And a lot
okay.
like there's like Turkish mobsters, and that they're like the main antagonist. And as a whole, it's a good movie. It's a solid crime flick.
Right.
Again, violent, not as violent as a Ruffin movie, but definitely violent.
Okay.
Solid, okay writing. I would say the writing isn't as good as Drive or something. If you're trying to compare it to.
Okay.
The writing is a little bit weaker, and you're kind of like lost for the first like 45 minutes, going like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm kind of confused here. I get what's going on. I get the plot line, but at the same time, like I don't know why the plot is progressing like this. It isn't that amazing. Ending is fucking. I hate the ending because it's really open ended, and I hate that most of the time.
Oh, okay.
But this movie does have two things in it that I do want to give it props for.
Okay.
One, okay, has a dingling in it.
Okay.
You see a full-on pee-pee in the movie. I haven't seen a pee-pee in a movie in a long time.
Check our Game of Thrones, apparently.
Yeah,
They're all over there.
But this movie takes it one step higher. We see not the pee-pee isn't just there, dude. It's a hard pee-pee. So there's a scene where this Turkish mobster guy drugs a girl. He pulls his pants down to like rape her. He's a boner, and then the stars align. Zach, the planets became in unison because the girl had a full-on 80s bush.
Oh my god!
I haven't seen a triple threat like that in years. So Hyena, it's not amazing. It isn't horrible. It's definitely. I mean, if you have time, you're into crime flicks. Refn said it was good. Check it out based on his opinion. I did. That's why I watched it. Even steals the whole like 80s, kind of like font and stuff like that from Drive type movies. So in terms of overall, it's an okay movie. It isn't amazing. It isn't something I would think you should go buy on Blu-ray right away. Next thing I watched was a Joe Swanberg movie. Featuring Anna Kendrick, Olivia Wilde, Jake Johnson, Drinking Buddies, which I have seen before. It's on Netflix as well. Drinking Buddies is a Joe Swanberg movie. It came out, I think, 2014, I believe. It's kind of like a rom-com type deal. Joe Swanberg, a director, he's known for his movies being very casual because there's a lot of dialogue scenes. It was like, they're like dramatic movies where they kind of like focus on parts of relationships mostly. And he uses a lot of the same cast a lot. I love Jake Johnson from New Girl and from Jurassic World. And Anna Kendrick's in it, so it's obviously Anna Kendrick. And I actually, this is weird, the Drinking Buddies itself, it's an okay movie. It's pretty solid. You can check it out. It's a pretty fun movie. But all his movies are all improvised dialogue.
Okay.
So they're literally like, they give outline.
They're just,
hey, here's what I want you to talk about. There's no actual like dialogue or whatever. You just kind of go in with an idea and you go and you start riffing. And that's the movie. And then, so I watched Drinking Buddies, solid movie. Another movie he had before Drinking Buddies is called Happy Christmas. Anna Kendrick's in it as well. And he stars in it as well in Happy Christmas. Not as good as Drinking Buddies. It's okay. Not as good as Drinking Buddies. And then today, or yesterday, his new movie came out on VOD called Digging for Fire with Jake Johnson, Anna Kendrick, whatever. Again, about same style of movie, like focusing on relationship stuff.
Right.
I didn't like it at all. I thought it was very boring.
You didn't like it at all?
Yeah. I think Drinking Buddies is his best movie. Joe Swanberg and that kind of his like little realm there. Digging for Fire was okay, but me personally, I didn't think it was that fantastic. Happy Christmas was okay, and because I watched all three of those in like the past like 2 days, like back to back to back.
Okay.
So maybe I was just kind of tired of it, but I don't know. But Drinking Buddies, I think it's worth a watch for sure if you're interested in seeing a nice, very interesting kind of rom-com dramedy. So Drinking Buddies, check it out. It's on Netflix.
Down for it.
And then I watched again. Well, I actually told you this last week. I've been rewatching every Wes Anderson movie.
Right.
So I rewatched again for the third time in the past past 2 weeks or so. That Moonrise Kingdom, Rushmore, and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay.
And I still like his movies a lot.
Yeah.
Like I told you through text, Zach, I think Moonrise Kingdom might be my favorite Wes Anderson movie.
Right.
And Mr. Fox is really great, obviously, and Rushmore is really solid. But I like the movies. I enjoy the movies a lot. I'm really happy to watch those again. I still don't like Grand Budapest Hotel though, so I'm not gonna watch that ever again. And then I watched the third film in the Cornetto trilogy. I watched The World's End again.
Okay. I have not seen that one.
It's the weakest.
Is it the weakest?
I take it back. I like Hot Fuzz less than this one. The World's End I thought was a better movie, but none of them, either one comes nowhere near how good Shaun of the Dead is.
Shaun of the Dead is, it's pretty great.
Yeah, so it's really hard to kind of even get close to that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed Hot Fuzz. I didn't think it was like that. I mean, if you want to know all our opinions, you can check back in our backlog of episodes about when we talked about Shaun Dead and Hot Fuzz at Ticket Stubs Podcast at YouTube, all that good stuff. But, I mean, I didn't mind it too much. I thought Hot Fuzz was... I mean, it wasn't as great as Shaun of the Dead, but I thought some of the writing was still... it was smart-ish.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, definitely Shaun of the Dead is the best one. I'll probably watch At World's End pretty soon. Because it did look... I don't know. It's all about aliens and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about that.
Well, because they're Edgar Wright has been saying they make like thematic sequels.
Yeah.
So like the next theme to go to from Hot Fuzz would be the theme in The World's End. And The World's End is great because it kind of reverses the characters a little bit. Like you have a larger cast, and you have like Martin Freeman's in there. And
right.
Nick Frost's character, he isn't the goofball in this movie. He's like a serious guy.
He's a serious guy.
And like Simon Pegg's character is like the guy you don't like.
Yeah. So
like they flip the roles around, and it's a good movie. It's definitely it was a fun movie, but you kind of like you were hoping that it would be something as special as Shaun of the Dead was, but it's definitely not.
Okay.
But I don't think you can ever reclaim that magic that is Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
And for me, Hot Fuzz, while a good movie, I felt like it was way too long.
I could definitely agree with that.
And there's like it's a really funny movie, but it's not as like bam, bam, bam as Shaun of the Dead is.
Yeah.
But that's The World's End. And then I watched an indie flick called Short Term 12 on Netflix. It has Brie Larson in it.
Okay.
Pretty solid movie. Really acclaimed indie flick about a bunch of like counselor people at like a camp or something for like kids who are like are like shitty, like bad lives.
Okay.
Really emotional movie. Really, it's a serious kind of drama. There's funny parts in it, but it's a really heavy hitting drama.
Okay.
Solid movie. Last thing I watched besides last thing I watched was a movie called High Fidelity from the year 2000. Has John Cusack in it and Jack Black and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Super beloved rom-com indie comedy about like a record store owner. So it's like all about music and stuff.
Okay.
And it's a really, really solid movie. I saw it one time before, like years ago. I didn't really get it, so I decided to rewatch it. Really fun movie, great writing. It's based on a novel. It's check it out if you haven't, because John Cusack kills it, and it's really solid, man. It's a really fun movie.
Okay, I'm down for it. Yeah, definitely.
And Jack Black like steals the fucking show. He's really good.
He does.
Yeah. It's like, it's that era of Jack Black where it's like he played the same character in every movie, but it was like really fucking funny.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I watched this week. Moving on to our next topic it is the news segment of the show.
Yes.
Where Zach and I talk about the hottest news in the movie world. And you know what, Zach? For me, this week was really slow, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of slow too. There wasn't too much that I saw that actually like interested me, but I got a few things written down.
Yeah, I got a few things as well, but nothing like fucking amazing. But go ahead. What you got first for me?
Okay, first thing I got, this kind of caught my attention just because of what had happened a few months earlier. Dacian Shankar, super violent Castlevania cartoon is on the way from him. I don't know where it's coming out on, but apparently he's making it, and I heard that and I was like, yeah, I'm down for it. His Power Rangers rebootish type thing was awesome. His other shorts that he has on YouTube are freaking sweet. Dirty Laundry with the Punisher. Got that Eddie Brock one. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for him to do something like this. It sounds like he might be getting a little bit more attention, which is good for him because I really like his stuff.
Well, I mean, like my favorite thing he's done has been Dread, and
Yeah.
he didn't direct it, but he did produce it, and I love that movie a lot. So I love to see what he can just do next. I don't necessarily care. I don't really care about this particular like franchise or whatever.
Yeah.
Love to see him do something original, but that's cool. He's doing more work because I mean, the Power Ranger thing blew up, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely got him on people's radar for sure, even more than Dredd did. But I agree with you. Dredd was awesome, but yeah, after his Power Rangers thing, I really wanted to see him actually like get in and actually do like a full length type of thing, even if it is just like a cartoon series. At least it gets him a chance to like get something serialized.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. For me, War of the Planet of the Apes.
I saw this.
Has cast its first human lead.
Yep.
In Gabriel Chavarria.
I couldn't pronounce his name either.
Chavarria. He's going to play somebody, and that's cool, I guess.
And he's a human, I guess.
He's a human, and it's directed by Matt Reeves again.
Yeah.
Comes out July 14th, 2017. That's cool because I was really hoping to see news about this movie coming up soon because when the last one came out, everyone really liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. You liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And they're taking their sweet time with making this movie.
Yeah,
which is good and bad at the same time because we want to have that franchise syndrome where it's like, okay, we got a movie, next year we're gonna have another one, or 2 years we're gonna have another one. This movie's like taking like it's gonna be like a solid 3 years before this movie even comes out.
Yeah.
The last release, so they're definitely putting time in. They haven't even started production yet. I mean, they cast one guy, you know, they cast one person so far, so we're far away from even production even starting.
Yeah,
I
definitely agree.
They're still far in pre-production, so but the studio is taking time with War of the Planet of the Apes. That's really great. My advice is to change the damn name because that name is fucking a mouthful.
Yeah.
War of the Planet of the Apes.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes. They're all a mouthful.
Too fucking much, man. I'm excited though. So, what you got?
Next thing I got. A Kickstarter book called Fall of the Gods has apparently been picked up by Fox to be made into a movie. It sounded kind of cool. It's got like some Norse mythology thing going on. I read a little bit of a blurb about it. The concept seemed kind of cool. I thought it was interesting that it's a Kickstarter book that has now been being actually picked up by a major studio and being transformed into a movie. So it's kind of cool to see that crowdfunding is actually kind of working its way even into like the main studio stuff.
It's because the studio is tired of paying a fuck ton of money to get ideas.
That's fucking true as well.
When they can just go to a place where people are hungry, which is great. I mean, it infuses the major blockbuster companies with projects that aren't a franchise.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's fantastic. And I support that 100%. So
I'm down for it.
It also gives people who are not necessarily who have the ability to break into the industry, because maybe they live in South Dakota and they are a writer and they kickstart this project. Well, now they can get a major funder because of that, and that's really great.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
World War Z sequel.
Uh-huh.
Script by Stephen Knight, who I love. Stephen Knight. Stephen Knight is the writer and director of Locke. And
he is?
The creator and writer of Peaky Blinders, and the writer for Eastern Promises, and the writer for Redemption, and director as well with the Jason Statham movie. So he's a great writer, love him. World War Z sequel comes out June 9, 2017. The first draft has been sent already. So the movie they're working on a script that's already done draft-wise. They're just kind of revising it. It's Stephen Knight. I like him a lot in terms of writing. I think he can make a great movie. World War Z, the first one, didn't care for it at all, so I'm not sure why we're getting a sequel. I know why. It made a lot of money. That's why.
But, it did?
Yeah, it made a ton of money, and people actually kind of gave it pretty good reviews as a whole.
Okay.
My problem is that, do I really want to see this guy writing this movie? I mean, it's done now. He's just writing, but writing a movie when he can be writing something original, that's kind of the bummer part.
Yeah, I agree.
But, I mean, do you even care about a sequel to World War Z, dude?
I haven't even seen World War Z, the first one. So
okay.
I really don't care at all.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
It was not that good.
All right. I believe you. All right, next thing on my docket, got apparently Woody Allen's new picture just fired Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't. Whatever.
Apparently, he's no stranger to it, so I don't know. Apparently, he's gonna get used to it. Kind of sucks though, because apparently, it was like a period piece. I think it was supposed to be. I think then they were talking about set photos they'd seen, and it was like a 1950s like period piece, and it had Bruce Willis, Jesse Eisenberg, and I think Kristen Stewart in it.
Stewart, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg have become like the best of friends over these past, I don't know, 3 months or whatever. Because all of a sudden I'm seeing them and all this shit together. But yeah, I know. I don't know. I want Bruce Willis to get back and do something that's not crappy like that last Die Hard film. So,
I think Bruce Willis's last good movie was Moonrise Kingdom.
When did that come out?
2012, I believe.
2012.
I believe.
I thought it was around like 2011, 2012. But
I have a weird relationship with Woody Allen because I don't like most of his movies, but then I like a couple of them a lot.
Okay.
Like Annie Hall is a really solid movie, but everything else I don't care for really. Like Irrational Man came out recently, and with Joaquin Phoenix and Emma Stone, I don't really want to see it, and I don't know. I feel like people give him a lot of credit for being a great director and writer, but I don't think he necessarily is that amazing. But Annie Hall is a good movie.
Okay.
I don't care about Bruce Willis being fired. That guy needs to stop acting. I think. I feel like he's missed his. I feel like he's done. He's done now.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been anything. I can't remember when the last. I guess Moonrise Kingdom. The last time he was in something like significant.
Pretty much, and even that because Wes Anderson's a good writer to make that guy.
Yeah.
Make him play a cop, but not be the same type of cop. That's inventive.
Yeah.
I think generally speaking, his action flicks are kind of garbage now. So I don't necessarily think he's going to be breaking in the money.
Yeah.
As like he used to. But he used to be. It's funny because he used to be a comedian.
Did he?
He started out doing comedies.
Oh, I had no idea.
And then Die Hard changed the game for him because when he got cast in Die Hard, people were like, "You're going to be in an action movie, Bruce Willis?"
Yeah.
Because he originally did comedy stuff. So if he went back to comedy stuff, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
25 years later, going back to comedy. Next on my list, still related to Stephen Knight, Taboo, which is a new Tom Hardy-led show for BBC and FX with the help of Stephen Knight. Will be 8 episodes, not a miniseries, which means that they're going to hope to make more seasons of it. The scripts are finished, I believe, and the production starts very soon, and it's a really cool premise for the show, and it takes place in a really cool time about a guy who's Tom Hardy who returns from Africa back to London, and he's like in a weird situation where he has to fight against England and America in this weird business type of a zone. Really cool. It's Tom Hardy. I'm gonna watch it regardless. It's Tom Hardy, and they're doing the whole. Stephen Knight's gonna write the first 2 episodes, and it's also gonna write the rest of them, and they're having a single director for all of them. So, usual BBC style as well as the adopted True Detective style.
All right.
So, that's great news, I think. What do you got, bro?
Next thing I got, speaking of, action stars and whatnot, Vin Diesel, set to appear in the next XXX sequel, starts filming in December, apparently.
I haven't even seen the first one.
I've seen the first one, and I've seen the second one on FX. The second one's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, FX and Spike play the shit out of those movies, dude.
Yeah, no, they fucking love the one with Ice Cube. They love the shit out of it.
It's probably because it gets enough viewers, but it's also very cheap to replay it because it's Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Whereas the first one probably cost a little bit more money.
Yeah, I mean, the first one was actually a really decent film. I liked it a lot. It was very much like... It'd be like if you made James Bond do motocross and snowboarding.
Also, those movies are so dated, dude. The XXX, the first one, is fucking dated as shit.
Oh yeah, if you go back, it's really, really. It looks really, really fucking old.
Like they were like.
It wasn't even that old. It came out in like early 2000s. I think. That's
dated, dude.
I mean, yeah, it is now.
Like the very first Fast and Furious movie. Like, oh my god, what are you wearing? It's so dated.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for that at all. But maybe you are. I'm not sure. I'm not at all.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're only doing it because of Fast and Furious now. They're like, oh, let's get Fast and Furious in here without everybody else in Fast and Furious. Just Vin Diesel. Because that's basically It's kind of what the beginning of like the first Triple X was. No, that's a better explanation for it. It's like if you put Fast and Furious and then like mixed in spy shit. That's like what the first Triple X was.
Okay. I haven't seen the first one in like a long time, I don't think. I've seen parts of it on TV. And there's a part where like he's like a fur coat or something.
Yeah, he's like in the mount.
That's the only part I know of that movie.
Yeah, it's like in the mountains or some shit, so he's like wearing a fur coat.
There's a girl with like short hair and stuff that he bangs.
Yeah.
That's all I remember of that movie from what I've seen. I will tell you this though, Vin Diesel, I like Vin Diesel a lot. I feel like he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I
like him as an actor. I think he's pretty decent.
I am really excited for The Last Witch Hunter.
I actually have not seen that trailer yet.
It looks fucking fun, dude.
It does?
It looks fun, yeah.
Alright, I have to look it up.
It looks like a really fun movie. I'm really excited for it to come out because I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
Okay.
I tell you that right now. Next on my list, which is news that I talked shit about when the original production of the movie started.
Okay.
I talked hella shit about it. I'm going to talk hella shit about it right now as well. Emma Watson has finished shooting for Beauty and the Beast as Belle, live action.
Yeah.
Film comes out on March 17th, 2017. It's a musical and it's live action and it's a Disney movie and it's Emma Watson. And guess what? Why are we making this movie? It's stupid. You don't fucking need it. Why you don't need it? Go watch the cartoon from the 50s or 40s or whatever. It's still there. It's probably better than this movie. Don't get me wrong. I love Emma Watson. I love her so much. I love her so much. And she's a great actress and a lot of the things she does. But this movie doesn't need to be made. It's stupid. And the rest of the cast, fuck off. It's stupid. Musical live action movie, guess what? Don't fucking need it. Cinderella came out.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Fuck that movie too. Don't need
that movie made a fucking bunch of fucking money, didn't it?
Probably, yeah, because it's Disney and there's people are stupid.
Was that a musical too?
Yeah. No, actually, I don't think it was. Is there singing in Cinderella?
In the cartoon,
very little, right?
In the cartoon, actually, I don't think it was. It wasn't like her singing.
It's like the wit. I
think it was like back. It was like. It's like they have songs, but it's not like a musical.
Yeah, because Beauty and the Beast, that's a full-on musical, right?
Yeah, it's like Beauty and the Beast. It was like Sleeping Beauty was like kind of a musical, I guess.
So that Mulan's a musical.
Yeah.
Hercules is a musical. Like at a certain point, when they started wanting to animate dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
But like this movie, okay, I didn't see Cinderella. I can't comment how good it was.
I didn't see it.
This movie coming out is stupid. It's dumb. You have a better product, and I love animation. I went to school for animation. I respect the art form. That's all you fucking need. We don't need to go watch Emma Watson 2017 as Belle live action, even though she could play Belle. She looks like a good Belle.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's not a good actress. I'm saying we don't fucking need this. We don't need to rehash a franchise for money. Disney, you got money. You got fucking Marvel. You got damn Star Wars coming out soon.
That's all they're doing is like rehashing stuff because it's like you've got Cinderella, you've got this coming out. You had Snow White and the Huntsman. Now you got the Huntsman. You had fucking what was it? Fucking the one with Angelina Jolie. Maleficent. You got Maleficent 2 coming out. So much. They're just rehashing. They're taking all their animated movies and making them live action.
Like,
I don't know how I feel. I don't know.
Disney, guys, all you gotta do. What's next? Fucking Princess and the Frog live action movie? Because
they got Pete's Dragon though. I'm so excited for that. Pete's Dragon is such a fucking good movie.
Haven't seen it.
And that was already it's basically like a cartoon dragon like befriends this kid and whatnot. But it's like in the original, which was made in like I think it was made in like I gotta say it looks like it's gotta be like 80s. Or 90s, like back when like live action and cartoon and like animation and having them together were like the big thing and like around like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and all that shit. But Pete's Dragon is a fucking good movie and they're coming out with it. They're coming out with a sequel or not. I think it's just like I don't know. It's not like a reboot. It's just like a retelling of it, I guess. But I'm so fucking excited for that because that's a good fucking movie.
I haven't seen it. I can't comment on the movie. Never seen it before. That's cool. You're really hyped for it, but I just feel like we don't need these live action movies to be made.
No, we don't. I agree with you there.
I don't know, man. It's fuck that, dude. Fuck that shit. What do you got, Zach?
Next thing I got, Warner's Brothers.
Warner's Brothers.
Warner's Brothers. Warner Brothers picks up the rights to a Dante's Inferno film. Don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but they got the rights for it, so they're gonna make something out of it. We'll see how it goes. I really want it to be like grotesque and weird, because that's what Dante's Inferno is. So if it is really weird and quirky and shit, I feel like Tim Burton would probably do like a killer fucking job on this. Or somebody, I don't know, who's a really good like quirky director right now? I can't think of anybody else besides Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
That does like really like quirky, weird, like really like visual shit. Because that's like what
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson would not do well with this. I know what you're doing, but he would not do well with a Dante's Inferno.
All right, here, Dante Inferno. Here's my dream cast for this movie.
Okay.
My dream crew.
Okay. Tom Hardy.
Writer, the screenplay written by Aaron Sorkin, who makes stuff like The Social Network.
Okay.
He's the writer for this movie. In the Steve Jobs movie coming out with Michael Fassbender, he's the writer for that. I want him writing it.
Okay.
I want the assistant director, Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
The director himself is Wes Anderson.
Okay.
The star, Johnny Depp. Co-star, Dante, the girl version of Dante, because they're gonna make it a girl. It's gonna be Dantelina. That's gonna be fucking Meryl Streep.
I don't know how I feel about Johnny Depp.
This movie is gonna win Oscars.
I don't know about how I feel about Johnny Depp. I want to see Black Mass to see if he actually can like pull himself back from like that fucking rut he had himself in for like ever and a day with Alice in Wonderland and all that other bullshit.
I feel bad because Johnny Depp, he made like
good films.
He made like What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah.
And then he made like good movies like Edward Scissorhands, and then he went and did like 4 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And
he's doing another one.
Transcendence and shit. Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah. Really, really dumb.
Yeah.
I will tell you next on my list, though, is the trailer for the movie called The Final Girls.
Haven't heard of it.
It's a horror comedy movie about a bunch of kids who get sucked into a horror film, and they have to survive. And it looks really fucking funny and really fun and inventive and different, and I'm really excited for it. In the same vein as Cabin in the Woods, kind of. Really funny, but it's more obvious that's a joke. Like it's a comedy movie. Whereas Cabin in the Woods is more of a satire. You have to kind of pick it up on it.
Yeah.
The movie looks really fun, really solid. I'm really excited for it to come out. I think it comes out maybe in October.
It says October. But
I'm excited for it.
I was talking to people about that the other day because we were talking about, before we watched Would You Rather, we were talking about horror movies, and they were talking about, because apparently they watch like lots of horror movies on Netflix, but they were like, Cabin in the Woods was stupid, and I was like, Cabin in the Woods is fucking great. It's like such a fucking smart movie, and they didn't understand. I was like, it's satire, like it's making fun of horror, and they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it fucking is. Like, look at the fucking like drawing board and all this shit, and they're like, they were talking about how like it's too obvious that it like plays in the horror tropes, and I was like, that's the fucking point. Like, the point is that it's so fucking obvious that it's a horror movie.
Zach, who are these people? These people don't know movies.
They say they do know movies.
They're full of shit.
I disputed them. That's what I said. That's what I fucking said. They disputed me, and I said, you don't fucking know what you're talking about, because that movie was fucking good.
If they think Cabin in the Woods is not a parody and a callback and a flashback and satire of slasher films and old horror films, I'm like 90% sure Joss Whedon said it was.
Yeah.
like he wrote the fucking script. You know what I mean? Like it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's not like if that was a serious movie and it's written by Joss Whedon, shut the fuck up. Yeah. You don't know. I'm not trying to be snobby here. You don't know shit about movies then.
No, I totally agree. Like, that's what I told him that. I was like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, that movie was fucking good.
Bet these people would watch Drive and not understand the beauty of the movie. Or they would watch, like, a Paul Thomas Anderson movie and
not know what the fuck
and say it's too long, I don't get it. It's like, those people... That sounds so snobby for me to say and so, like, highbrow, but it's like...
I don't know.
if chances are, if you're watching a lot of Netflix movies, and that's kind of like, I'm a movie fan and I know movies a lot. I know I really criticize movies. I'm really into movie criticism, but you only watch Netflix movies.
Yeah.
Might be you're not really into it that deep.
Yeah.
You may like movies, of course you do, because everyone does, and you watch a lot of them. You like movies.
Yeah.
But if you don't know something as obvious as Cabin in the Woods, obviously not supposed to be serious, then you might be an idiot in terms of movie sense.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's fine, like, if you did like Cabin in the Woods, but, like, don't say that it's not a satire, because, like, it so clearly is. Like, it's so obvious it's satire, it's not even funny.
Yeah. Well, I feel sorry for your friends. Hopefully you don't hang out with them anymore.
No, I'll still hang out with them.
Well, fuck those guys. And you got anything else, Zach? Any news?
Let's see. One last thing.
Hold on. Zach.
Okay.
We're gonna do a live recording. I have to pee really bad.
Okay.
So for the next few seconds, I want you to just like do whatever you got to talk about something while I go pee.
Okay. So what we're gonna be talking about while Jason takes his pee break is there was a new trailer out called "Kill Your Friends." It's got Nicholas Hoult in it. It's supposed to be taking place in like the 90s era, and it's all about him in like the like basically I think it's supposed to be like the pop music business. It's very like techno poppy and neon, and it's very much about like the cutthroat world of pop music and like British area. Basically, got Nicholas Hoult in it. You've seen him play Beast in X-Men First Class, Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse coming out, or maybe it's just Apocalypse. But he's in it. You've got a bunch of other people in it, but it's really, really quirky movie. If you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out because that trailer looked super, super legit, and I am definitely like 100% down for it. I didn't think I would be because I don't actually like Nicholas Hoult that much. He was all right in Mad Max. I didn't really like him playing as Beast that much. I didn't think he was that great, but he in this trailer for this movie called Kill Your Friends, he's definitely playing a different character than I've seen him play before, and I'm 100% down for it. I think he looks super, super solid, and I'm hyped for it.
I'm back. How'd it go?
Thank God. I did just long enough. It worked great.
Perfect. Right. They didn't even know I was gone.
No, not at all. But
what were we talking about?
I was talking about the new trailer that came out for Nicholas Holt's film called Kill Your Friends.
Haven't seen it. I did see that. I saw it there, but I didn't watch it. How was it?
I actually enjoyed it quite a lot. It's like supposed to take place in like, I think it's supposed to take place in like the 80s or 90s, around like the pop music genre. And he's like a record. He works in like a record company or something like that. It's apparently he decides to kill his friends because it's like a cutthroat business or something like that. But it looks really,
is it a comedy?
Solid. I think it's supposed to be like how I would imagine like Kill Me 3 Times is.
Okay, it's Kill Me 3 Times is like a dark comedy.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a dark comedy.
And that movie was actually really good, by the way.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
But yeah, I mean, I was telling them that I wasn't initially going to watch it because I don't like Nicholas Hoult that much. I didn't like him playing Beast, but I didn't mind him in Mad Max. I thought he was all right in there, so I decided to watch it, and I was like, he looks really, really good in this movie. I'm really actually excited for it.
I'll have to check it out then, man.
Yeah, definitely. But that's all I have.
I have one more piece of news, which is also a trailer.
Okay.
And the trailer for a horror comedy coming out. I know for a fact it comes out in October for Halloween.
Okay.
It's called The Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Okay. And it stars Ty Sheridan, who I believe is Cyclops, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this trailer...
Wait, new Cyclops?
Yeah, new Cyclops. Young Cyclops.
Yeah.
Yo, this trailer for this movie, fuck yes.
It's good?
It looks so good and funny. And it could smash box office, dude, if it I legit think so. Wow. It's such a funny trailer. Mm-hmm. And it's about like 3 Boy Scouts who are in high school, and they get made fun of because they're Boy Scouts or Eagle Scouts or something like that. There's some sort of, I guess Eagle Scouts might be the better term. They're Scouts. Right. And like in the trailer, they're like, okay, hey, it's today's Friday or whatever. There's a big party going on, blah, 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 blah. We can't go. We're fucking Scouts, bro, or something like that. And they go to a strip club and no one's there. And then they start getting a lap dance from Zombie Girl. It looks And the movie, dude, looks so funny. I'm so excited for it to come out. I'm really down to see it. Check it out, the trailer. If you haven't seen it yet. It looks
All right.
like it could be a keeper.
Okay.
Like the kind of in the way that I think Shaun of the Dead really changed the way zombie films were.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to like kind of copy that, like Zombieland and like Warm Bodies or whatever. This movie looks like it could be a complete new take on that kind of comedy zombie genre in terms of like has the writing. The writing could be really great. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the movie obviously, but the trailer has promise in my opinion.
Okay, I'm down for it. 100%.
That leads us to our next segment of the show about what's coming out this week in theaters and on physical media. In theaters, I was going to see it today, but I didn't watch it. It was No Escape, led by Owen Wilson and Lake Bell.
Oh, shit, yeah, I did want to watch that movie.
I was going to see it today at 1:45, but I didn't go see it. I went to the mall instead. Also, We Are Your Friends, starring Zac Efron. That movie looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Even though it's got John Berthenol in it.
Does it? Don't care.
It does, but yeah, I don't know. I wanted to be good because I want Zac Efron's career to actually go somewhere. Because I think he's actually a really good actor. Like, especially in like That Awkward Moment or Charlie St. Cloud. I think he actually has the chops to be a really good actor. He just keeps taking on these stupid projects when he should actually be focusing on more serious shit instead of trying to be a fucking DJ or some bullshit.
I will tell you this about this movie, We Are Your Friends. I have been so fucking tired of the studio constantly retweeting shit for this movie. I don't care what studio you are. Is it Paramount? I don't know.
I think it's Paramount.
Either way, I follow all the studios on Twitter because it's smart, right?
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired of shit. I've seen Zac Efron with fucking headphones on. I don't want to see this movie. I'm not gonna see this movie because it's gonna fucking suck, and I bet it sucks. Also coming out, a movie called War Room. No clue what that's about. Also, Z for Zachariah, which apparently is really good. Also, a movie called Zipper, about a guy I think has a sex problem or something. I don't know.
Huh.
On physical media, we got the movie Aloha.
Nope.
Here is the racist movie.
Yeah, the racist movie.
Citizen
all the
4.
Hawaiians are white.
Exactly. Emma Stone's an Asian girl. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. 2 Days, One Night, and also the mega hit of the year, Big Game. Samuel L. Jackson comes out on.
Oh god, is that the movie Darren was talking about a few weeks ago?
Yeah, it's the garbage movie about he's a president and he like crash lands on a mountain, and then some like little boy with like a bow and arrow has to like help
saves his life.
Yeah, it looks fucking dumb. It looks fucking dumb.
Yeah,
but that's what's out this week in theaters and on physical media, maybe as well as VOD. I'm not sure yet, but on VOD for sure. I know on VOD. In 2 days, Seven Chinese Brothers comes out on VOD, which is the new comedy movie with Jason Schwartzman, who's from Rushmore and pretty much every single Wes Anderson movie.
Okay.
He's in the movie. Looks really good. Also, this I have to emphasize this a lot. This is on VOD. And just got word it's coming out on Blu-ray as well on October 5th. Blu-ray on October 5th. This movie, I've been waiting for it for 7 or 6 months or so, since Sundance. Okay? Comes out VOD in 2 days, the 28th of August. Turbo Kid.
Turbo Kid?
It's coming out on VOD. Turbo Kid. Post-apocalyptic, fun, gory, action, 80s callback movie in the vein of like Wolf Cop and stuff like that. Looks really awesome. Looks very fun. It's a small indie flick from Canada. There's 3 directors and 3 co-writers from a group of people. Turbo Kid comes out. They didn't sponsor this podcast, but I'm just really excited for this movie. Check it out in 2 days. I know I'm going to love it. It has like a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes already and from like Sundance reviews. It looks fucking sick. I'm so excited for it.
Okay, definitely. Yeah.
So that's what's coming out on VOD. As well as, and like yesterday was Digging for Fire, the new Joe Swanberg movie I talked about earlier.
Okay.
Don't buy that. That was $15 down the fucking drain. But that's our news and what's out this week. Zach,
yes, it is.
As we always do, we have a topic. We have a topic every week or a discussion piece. And this week we decided to do a little more of a free-flowing, fun, get to know each other topic.
Yes.
Now, we know each other very well, but we want to know even more about each other in terms of movie tastes.
Yes.
What's our topic this week, Zach?
Our topic this week, for those of you who do not know or cannot read, top 5 directors.
Top 5 of all time.
Of all time.
Our personal favorite.
The greatest of the greatest.
And this is not saying like, okay, these are the best directors to ever exist. These are our top 5 personal directors that we think are amazing or we really enjoy their work.
Yeah.
Not saying like, hey, this is the top 5 definitive best list of directors of all time. We know that that list is not our list.
That is not coming from us, guys.
So do you want to do like 5? You go 5, I go 5, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, we can do 5-5.
Okay, cool. So you want to go first or should I go first? What do you want to
do? You go first this time.
Me go first. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So my top 5 directors, my number 5 favorite director is a very famous group, a duo of people, even though one's a director, one's mostly a writer, one's a producer. They're a duo. They've made such classic movies as The Big Lebowski and Fargo and Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which is, I love that movie, by the way. It's my favorite movie from them is Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
It's such a good movie.
The Coen brothers, if you didn't know, I think they make some of the best dark comedy movies ever. They make such great, and they weave great writing with great action, with really funny comedy, like The Big Lebowski, obviously, everyone loves, into one really good movie. And I actually rewatched The Big Lebowski like a few days ago, and it's still an amazing movie. Yeah. And we've talked about Fargo before. It's an amazing film. Yeah. And Oh Brother Where Art Thou? It's like so different, and they can change genres. They can do a serious drama like Inside Llewyn Davis. Yep. Or they can do a gangster movie like Miller's Crossing, or they can do a comedy like Raising Arizona. Yeah. They can do everything, and or they can do True Grit. They can do every type of movie. Burn After Reading. They can do all this shit. They were amazing, amazing filmmakers, and I think everyone is in the same boat in terms of how they're amazing. But my number 5 for sure are the Coen brothers. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think they're amazing, amazing directors. My number 5, Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock?
I love Alfred Hitchcock. I know you guys have heard me talk about those movies before. North by Northwest, Psycho, Vertigo, all his shit. I love all of his movies. They're so, so solid. I really, really enjoy them a lot. I didn't think I would when I started watching them, but I really, really enjoy his style. He's not really like scary like most people think of, because most people think, oh, he's scary because of Psycho. It's not that. He puts more of his stuff on suspense and thriller and stuff like that, and he kind of has a little bit of his hands in everything. He puts a little bit of every other genre in his movies, but he really does like to stick to like suspense. He likes to go with like spy thrillers and stuff like that, like North by Northwest. But I really, really enjoy his movies a lot. I think he's a really, really good director. And even though a lot of his movies are super, super old, I still enjoy them a lot. But yeah, that's my number 5 for sure, Alfred Hitchcock.
I still have seen, like, I think out of the world, I have seen, like, the least of his movies in terms of, like, classic, must-see, respected directors. I've seen such few movies from him. I can tell you, like, I've seen Psycho. Yeah. I've seen the one I have on my shelf, fucking 39 something.
39 Steps or whatever.
I've seen that movie because I bought it. Okay. I think that's all I've seen. I think that's all I've seen. Because when I was in college and I was in film school, dude. Yeah. I was in film as art class. We had to write papers all the time. Right. And my professor fucking loved Psycho. And he would relate everything back to Psycho or Blade Runner, one of those two. He'd be like, this movie is really, really good. And this scene here, right here, see this scene right here? This is really reminiscent of Psycho. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. That's Charlie Chaplin, bitch. That's not. There's no Psycho there. That's Charlie. That's the Gold Rush. What are you talking about? I really feel like I should watch more of his movies because I feel like I'm as a film fan, I need to pay respect and homage to the classic guys. Yeah. But man, I just can't. I can't do it. Recommend me a movie, Zach. Which one of his movies do you think I should watch if I really wanted to like kind of get a feel for what he can do besides Psycho, obviously?
North by Northwest, by hands down, is one of my favorite movies by him. It's so good. Cary Grant's in it. Cary Grant's amazing in it. It's a very good political spy thriller about a guy who ends up getting mistaken for a secret agent. He goes through this long countrywide trek to try to clear his name and all this other stuff. It's a really, really solid movie. The writing is really, really good and smart. I enjoy it a lot. I definitely, if you if I wanted you to start off with a movie, I would say start off with that movie.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely check it out at some point in time, for sure.
Yeah.
My number 4 favorite director in my top 5 has made such classic hits as 16 Candles and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Weird Science, which is my favorite movie from him. Weird Science. You got Mr. Rest in Peace, John Hughes.
Yep.
He makes some of the best movies of all time. He has made some of the best movies of all time that stand the test of time and really relate to teenagers regardless of when they watch it. And he has written movies and directed films, teen coming-of-age movies that I think have connected to youth and teens more so than any other filmmaker in history.
Right.
And that's me saying that. I really believe that. In terms of Weird Science, I fucking feel so like I know these guys. I am just like them. I have wanted to make a girl in my closet with a computer. I watched Ferris Bueller, and I'm like, I want to be Ferris. I want to be this guy who really stops and enjoys life. I want to be that guy. He makes movies, or he's made movies and wrote movies that really just slay at no matter when you watch them. Yeah. And I think anyone can relate to any of his characters. You watch 16 Candles, I think anyone can relate. If you're a female, you can relate to Molly Ringwald's character. You can watch Breakfast Club, my least favorite one, and you can really relate to any of the cast there. The whole point of the movie, you can unite and you can pick someone. I guess in that movie, I'd also once again be Michael Anthony Hall. I would probably be him once again because he's a nerd in Weird Science. But still, John Hughes, legendary director, legendary writer. I guess Uncle Buck was a miss in my opinion, but he made amazing movies. Pretty in Pink, he wrote that shit. Yeah. Good movie. Good director. Fantastic director. Watch his movies if you haven't seen him. John Hughes, my favorite number 4.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. My number 4 is one of the directors of one of my favorite trilogies of all time, Sergio Leone.
Okay. Yeah.
I like him a lot. I love the Dollars trilogy, Once Upon a Time in America. Really, really great films. He makes long films. He makes super long films, but I like him a lot, especially like his take on westerns, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars. Great films by him a lot. They made Clint Eastwood the star that he is. I really, really enjoyed his films a lot. Sergio Leone, my number 4.
And to add to that, Clint Eastwood's directorial style is pretty much just Sergio Leone's style adapted for more modern day film. You can tell he really picked up a lot of his traits from that director. I agree. He's a great director. I love the Dollar stuff, but I don't think I love all of his flicks enough to really be like, this guy is my fave. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I respect that, though. The Dollar stuff is great. I love Man of No Name and stuff like that. I love all that kind of stuff. My number 3 favorite director in my top 5 favorite directors hasn't made a ton of movies. Yeah. But he's made movies.
Okay.
They're all fucking amazing movies. While he's an amazing director, he's also a fantastic actor.
Okay.
Fantastic actor. We got Mr. Ben Affleck. Listen.
Yep.
We got Gone Baby Gone. You got The Town. You got Argo Fuck Yourself. Okay. We got this dude makes good movies. People thought Ben Affleck can't direct shit. He slapped you in the face with his penis. Okay. You got Gone Baby Gone, starring his younger brother Casey Affleck, Michelle Monaghan. That movie fucking slayed. You got The Town. Star-studded cast, all right? He stars in the movie and directs the shit out of it. Yeah. Okay, great. It's not even an action heist film. It's a film focused on drama between people, while heist is a backdrop. That's solid directing. That's a great movie. Then you can get Argo.
Yeah.
Yo, shut the front door, bro. Argo, Ben Affleck, once again, stars in it.
Yeah.
Slays the directing. Movie won Oscars.
I agree, man. Ben Affleck is fucking solid.
And guess what? Whatever he does next, I'm gonna be there.
It's gonna be fucking good. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be fucking good.
It's gonna be. This is actually broke. This broke yesterday, Zach. By the way.
Yeah.
His new movie, Ben Affleck's new movie he's directing.
Batman?
Well, no, well, that too, but this is after Batman, okay?
Oh, okay.
This is like 100% off. This is off Collider and off Deadlight Hollywood, okay? This is like 100% Ben Affleck's next movie, and I'm really excited to be able to talk to you about it because it's Matt Damon starring.
Is it We Bought a Zoo 2?
We Bought a Zoo 2.
There we go, baby. Let's go.
We Bought a Zoo 3 because We Bought a Zoo 2 was the Battle of the Zoo trilogy.
Oh, that's where I forgot it was the Battle of the Zoos, right?
That's number 2. This is number 3.
Battle of the Zoos.
They greenlit.
This is going to be
number 3.
Is this going to be the return of the zoo?
Return to the Zoo. Exactly. Return.
We Bought a Zoo 3. There's Return of the Zoo.
We Bought a Zoo 3 : We Sold the Zoo.
We sold the zoo.
Now we come back.
now we buy it again. Now we're back, bitches.
We didn't actually sell it, but we got it.
We mortgaged it. We mortgaged it.
Yeah. So Ben Affleck, my number 3 favorite director. He's an amazing guy. I really love his directing. Also, he's really hot. So.
Yeah, that too.
All right, Zach. Who's your number 3, man?
My number 3, the man that I was talking about earlier today, Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew Vaughn.
I love this dude, man. Especially after watching Layer Cake. Layer Cake, kick ass. You got Kingsman. Fucking everything this guy does, I think, is so fucking on point.
You're forgetting one movie, dude, man.
Tell me.
Stardust. Stardust.
I can overlook Stardust. Everybody's allowed one fault.
I liked Stardust a lot. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun movie. I mean, I prefer
his action stuff.
I prefer his action stuff. Like, and I don't know, Stardust was all right.
What about Matt Vaughn? Really like makes you go, fuck, this guy's good. And what makes you really excited to see what he does?
I think the thing that I like most about him is his take on like action, especially with like Kick-Ass and Kingsman, where it's like a lot of his shit, like a lot of what people when they do like action movies and stuff like that, they like kind of cut it up and chop it up and you don't really see what's happening. But especially in like Kingsman, it's like it's very fluid, like one shot, and it's not disconnected at all. Like it's easy for you to follow like exactly where the action is supposed to go, and he shows you every little part of it that he wants you to see with the main person. When you see Hugh Grant in that church and he's fucking battling the shit out of those fucking racist ass motherfuckers, you see every single punch he delivers.
You mean Colin Firth?
Or Colin Firth. Who did I say? Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant.
I get confused.
You're thinking Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Very similar. I am. Which is another great movie by another great director. But it's not Matthew Vaughn. But yeah, when Colin Firth is going through that church, beating the crap out of those racist churchgoers, that is such a solid scene. And those kind of action scenes are like what I love to see from action. It reminds me very much of something like you see in like the Raid, like Raid 2. Like it's very to the point, like it's not choppy. It's once the action starts, he focuses on and he stays on. He doesn't like cut back and forth. He's following the action the whole time, and there's not any like cut off. Like once he starts, he doesn't stop until it's done, and I like that a lot.
And he makes just really, really fun movies.
Yeah, his movies are really, really fun.
And also, he's not afraid to get violent.
Oh no,
he's not afraid. He's not afraid to get violent. I love that.
Yeah, the best thing I think of that is Kingsman, where it's like you see the episode where they're in the bunker and all those like safeguards go off on all the people's heads, and they have all the like color,
like the clouds and stuff,
like color clouds like shooting out of their heads. It looked like that Indian festival where they like throw paint powder at each other.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called, but
it's called the Indian Paint Festival.
The Paint Festival, yeah,
that's what it's
Indian
called.
Paint Festival. But yeah, definitely like he's definitely not afraid to like shy away from like violence at all, which you can definitely see like in the way that he shoots the scenes. So
totally, yeah, he's really great, really a fun director. I'm always excited to see what he does next, which is what I've been saying for a long time. I want to see him do Star Wars,
yeah,
or do a Star Wars flick. My number 2 favorite director in my personal top 5 favorite directors list. Okay. You guys saw it coming. You already knew who was gonna be.
I thought he was gonna be number 1.
He's made movies such as Zodiac, and Gone Girl, and Fight Club, and Benjamin Button, and stuff like that. Panic Room. You know, I adore this guy's direction. I adore his movies. And I will say it now for the first time on audio podcast. Look, I like Fight Club. It's not a bad movie, okay?
Yeah.
I just don't fucking love it like everyone else does. because
I
fucking
agree.
Zodiac's way better. But this guy
Zodiac is so fucking good.
makes amazing even Alien was fine.
Yeah.
He makes good. Mr. David Fincher makes good movies.
Yes.
He gets movies. He gets the best performance out of his actors. Am I forgetting fucking Seven?
No.
He made Seven. Okay, this guy makes fantastic movies. You give him The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. You put him in a zone where he's making a crime thriller, and this guy will push it as dark as he can. While even it makes you want to leave the room, but guess what? You're so goddamn hinged and hooked because David Fincher makes visually aesthetic movies that please your eyes constantly. You look at Gone Girl. Gone Girl's visuals are so great. So, and the color correcting and the shot choice, and all his shots are stable. They're not handheld. They're just beautiful shots, and the movies as a whole are fantastic, and they're such well-crafted movies. And he picks amazing musicians, Trent Reznor, to make his soundtracks and his scores. Social Network. This guy's amazing. David Fincher, number 2 for me.
I agree, man. David Fincher's awesome. My number 2, for me, you knew it was coming. You specifically, I knew you knew this was coming. If you didn't think this was coming, then you don't know me. Wes Anderson, my man. Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom, Rushmore, The Royal Tenenbaums. Who else we got?
Bottle Rocket.
What, Bottle Rocket?
Bottle Rocket was also him. You got the Darling, the Darjeeling.
The Secret Aquatic Life of
You get the Life Aquatic of Steve.
The Life Aquatic.
Yeah.
Steve Zissou. Grand Budapest Hotel, my personal favorite.
Shit movie.
But no, man, I love everything that Wes Anderson's done. The direction that he takes with his movies, the way that he's able to make. Not only are his films smart, but he's able to make comedy and put this sort of very poppy art style and visuals to it, especially in the way that his costumes, his set pieces, everything that he does has a very specific look in mind when he makes it. It's like he dreamed, he goes to sleep at night and he's like, what set am I gonna make next? And he wakes up and he's like, all right, that's it. Whatever thing he dreams of, he uses those colors, he uses bright purples, he uses these bright oranges, anything that catch your eye. He's so visually stimulating. I don't know. It's just, I love his movies so much.
No, I agree. Yeah, he's a great director. Really I hate Grand Budapest Hotel, but I love
it. It's great.
I love
it's
Moonrise Kingdom.
I love it. It's great.
I love his movies are good. They're good, and I disagree in terms of smart writing. I do think we've been there before that debate. Okay. But he makes, they're generally speaking lighthearted movies, even if they have a situation where it's a heavy subject.
Yeah.
He presents it to you in a nice way. And Moonrise Kingdom is such a good movie, man. It's such a fucking good movie. I love that movie so much. I love Moonrise Kingdom so goddamn much. Wes Anderson's a good director. But you could skip on Grand Budapest Hotel movies. Garbo.
That movie's so good. If you haven't seen it, go see it right now.
Zach, 100%. You know everyone's seen it already.
I know, because it's fucking good.
Because Wes Anderson. This is how good Wes Anderson is in terms of visually striking films. People use the term, that's Wes Anderson. Automatically when it's a Wes Anderson movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because movies like Rushmore don't look like a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah,
that's a very regular movie. But once you get to something like Life Aquatic or like Royal Tenenbaums, god damn, that's a fucking Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing you said about Rushmore is very similar thing to Matthew Vaughn with Layer Cake, and it's they're making decent movies, but they still haven't gotten to their style yet, so it looks very different. If you look at their own films as compared to what they're making now.
Totally agree. Also, in Moonrise Kingdom, there's a scene where the boy touches the girl's boobies. Fun scene in the movie.
Fun scene.
Okay, so getting to my number 1 favorite director in my personal top 5 directors list. Before I get there, I want to mention some runner-ups to my list. We got Mr. Paul Thomas Anderson. You got Boogie Nights, The Master, There Will Be Blood. I drink your milkshake, Zach. I drink it. You got stuff like that. PTA. Following him in my runner-up, you got Mr. Steven Spielberg. How could he not make the list? Easy. Wasn't that good. Should probably quit making movies. you got stuff like Indiana Jones, man.
Indiana Jones.
You got Bridge of Spies coming out. Jurassic Park. This guy makes classics.
This guy's make classic blockbusters.
Yeah, fuck Jaws. The movie sucks. No, it doesn't suck.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, you got Minority Report.
Oh, great fucking movie.
Following him on my runner-up list, you got Mr. Gareth Evans. Because guess what? The Raid is a masterpiece of a martial arts film. It's a masterpiece of a movie. Good. Best martial arts director and choreographer to come out of the film industry in since Jackie Chan busted out. Okay, this guy's amazing. He's fucking British.
Totally agree.
He's or South African, I believe. South African. This guy is killer.
Yeah.
Following him on my runner-up list, you got Mr. Akira Kurosawa. This guy's a legend. You got Seven Samurai. You got Yojimbo. This dude makes classic movies. Not even just samurai movies. His non-samurai movies are also really amazing. This guy's a fantastic director that George Lucas stole stuff from, obviously, but he respected him. Yeah. George Lucas loved Akira Kurosawa. We got Throne of Blood, right? Yeah. This guy is an insane director. I love Akira Kurosawa.
I agree.
That leads me to my number one favorite director of all time.
Okay.
Of all times.
Okay.
My favorite director. You guys, if you didn't know this was coming, you probably thought David Fincher was going to be number one. I would understand why you would assume that.
Yeah.
But I've talked about this next guy. I talk about his movies so much more. And when I bring them up, I come hardcore.
Tell me about it.
You got the guy who made Looper. The guy who made The Brothers Bloom. The guy who made the masterpiece that is the movie Brick. You got the guy who's directing and I believe is co-writing as well, or writing Star Wars Episode 8. You got Mr. Ryan fucking Johnson. Okay? Whew. Ryan Johnson makes masterpieces of movies. Yeah. This guy is original to the damn core. He doesn't go and watch some bullshit Tim Burton shit. He doesn't go and watch this fucking cookie cutter shit. He makes movies that he wants to fucking make, and he fucking slays it. You go watch a movie like Brick, you will fucking blow your damn mind. Yesterday I went to this used bookstore in Charleston, Zach.
Okay.
I have Brick on Blu-ray. I saw it there on DVD. You know what I did? I fucking bought it. I didn't have both copies, okay?
Got it.
The Brothers Bloom, that's an amazing heist comedy movie.
Yeah.
Looper, the best sci-fi film to come out since fucking forever.
I agree.
This dude is an amazing writer, and he's a writer and director combo. This guy writes screenplays and goes, that's going to be a movie. And it makes it a goddamn movie. Ryan Johnson is insane. He will continually be my favorite director until someone can knock him out of that top place, and most likely it ain't gonna fucking happen.
All right.
Ryan Johnson's an amazing director. Go see Brick. Go see The Brothers Bloom. Go see Looper. You have no excuse. He has 3 movies under his belt right now.
Yeah.
And he's making Star Wars.
Yeah. Episode 9, right?
Episode 8.
Episode 8.
Episode 9 is Colin Trevorrow.
Oh, that's right. Jurassic World, man. Woo!
And that guy's only had 2 movies under his belt, I believe.
What else does he have besides Jurassic World?
Jurassic World, and he has the indie comedy with Aubrey Plaza and Mark Duplass. I forget what it's called.
Huh. Okay.
But that's my number one, Zach.
All right.
That's my list. I'm excited to see what your number one is, Zach.
Okay. I actually didn't come with any runners up. But I guess if I had to say some, I would put Quentin Tarantino on that list because I actually do. I like his movies a lot, man. You can't help it. Jackie Brown, such a fucking solid movie. The first Kill Bill, second Kill Bill is a little but first Kill Bill is so solid.
But then he also has
Dogs.
Garbage movies like Django Unchained.
I actually don't mind Django Unchained.
Most people don't. I know.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from with Django, but I overlook Jamie Foxx to focus on Christopher Waltz because I love Christopher Waltz. I think he's an amazing actor. I think he does really good in supporting roles, and I think he fucking slays it in.
I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah, he fucking slays it in Django. He's so good.
I prefer Leo.
You prefer Leo?
Yeah.
Leo's good in that movie too. He should have fucking won an Oscar for that film, but it's whatever. I'm not bitter or anything. But let's see. But my number one pick.
Oh, hold on. Actually, before you get number one.
Oh, okay.
I have one more to add. I believe probably that both are runner-up lists that we probably, honestly, thinking about it now, he would have probably knocked out Ben Affleck if I thought about this before.
Okay.
Guy Ritchie. Like,
I can't believe we forgot about Guy Ritchie.
Like, I love every single one of his movies, even Sherlock Holmes. Like, I mean, I love all his movies. Like, literally, I can watch all his movies and be happy.
Yeah.
From Lock, Stock to Snatch to Rock and Rolla to both Sherlock Holmes to Man from U.N.C.L.E. I can watch every single one of his movies and be happy. So, don't know how I forgot him, but Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot about him either. But yeah.
Where does he put Matthew Vaughn, too? I'm like, what?
I know.
I put like Matt Vaughn, but where's Guy Ritchie at? Yeah.
Oh, God. I forgot. But yeah, number one. But yeah, he's definitely on my runner-up list. Number one pick, though. The number one guy that I think can absolutely do no wrong in my book. I enjoy every single one of his movies. Martin Scorsese. My fucking man. I love Martin Scorsese. Shutter Island. The Departed. Raging Bull. Fucking all his fucking shit.
The Last Temptation of Christ.
What?
Yeah, he made the movie, dude.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Taxi Driver, fucking all his fucking. I love his movies so much.
Shutter Island, I think so.
Shutter Island, yeah.
Yeah.
Shutter Island.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street is fucking phenomenal for coked out guys who want to fucking party all the time and lose people's money. But yeah, all his movies are fucking great. I love them all. They're so good.
I would second all that.
I especially love that. I mean, it kind of sucks that he only sticks to the crime genre, even though he's fucking solid in crime. He makes such good crime movies. I mean, Departed, Goodfellas, all of his crime movies are so solid.
Casino too, right?
Yeah, Casino too. But I kind of wish he would branch out a little bit, because I feel like he could do so much well in other genres. He kind of did a little bit with like Wolf of Wall Street, kind of, and Shutter Island was like a little different. But he hasn't really like gone away from like the serious crime stuff, and I really wish he would, because I think he could do a whole lot with so many other different genres that are not crime.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I agree. He's too good to not be in one box.
Yeah.
I also like to second everything you said. I think he's an amazing director. He's obviously fantastic, and I think he's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
Makes amazing movies. But to kind of just like mention other guys who have really slayed it and are really great directors. You got Mr. Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep.
You know, and guys who really kind of like do great jobs. And Scorsese, I love everything he does, and I would have loved to put him on my top list.
Yeah.
But I love Taxi Driver.
Mm-hmm.
I like Raging Bull. I like Goodfellas, but none of his movies really I go, fuck, I love that. I like them a lot and they're great, but I don't go, I love that movie. Like The Departed, I like The Departed a lot, but I love Infernal Affairs more.
Okay.
So I don't know, it's weird. He's obviously fantastic. I have a fucking poster on my wall of Taxi Driver, and I didn't mention this because I specifically didn't mention this director on my list for a reason, because I don't know how I feel about him as a whole.
Okay.
Nicholas Winding Refn. I know.
I didn't know how to think about him either.
I mentioned him a ton on this podcast. I love Pusher. I love Drive.
Yeah.
I love Fear X. I love this guy. He's a great director. I love his work. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think he is amazing. I think Drive is amazing. Only God Forgives is garbage. In a Neon Demon, I don't know how I feel yet. I think he's really hit or miss for me personally.
Okay.
Even though I really like Drive a lot. So, I don't know.
Also, somebody I forgot.
Sure.
Josh Whedon.
I don't know how I feel about Joss Whedon, dude. I feel like a lot of
I like him.
A lot of Joss Whedon's work, I mean, actual directorial work, I mean, he only has a couple movies under his belt.
Yeah, a lot of his stuff is TV, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's definitely good. I mean, I love Buffy.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you got Buffy, Angel, you know, all that shit. Firefly, Serenity, all that stuff, but...
Anyone else want to mention before we kind of wrap it up, bro?
I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, like George Lucas isn't that good of a director.
And David Lynch, maybe.
I'm not a big fan of David Lynch.
I like Blue Velvet.
I like Twin Peaks.
And Twin Peaks. I like Twin Peaks.
That's about it. I mean,
And then, I don't know. I guess I can't really mention him because I only like one of his movies, but Roman Polanski because of Chinatown. Because I fucking love Chinatown.
Other than that, he's just a weird pedophile.
Yeah,
rapist.
Rosemary's Baby and all that shit.
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby, yeah. I like Chinatown a lot, but that's about it. I don't really care if there's other work.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick, obviously, is a big one that people want to mention.
Stanley Kubrick.
I am very open in my... I don't think he's a genius in terms of his movies.
Yeah.
And people retort with, well, you don't get it. And it's like, well, I do get it. I like Paul Thomas Anderson. I just don't think Stanley Kubrick is a goddamn genius.
Yeah.
Some people say Orson Welles. I don't believe in that.
I don't think I've ever seen an Orson Welles movie.
Citizen Kane?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch it for once.
I gotta watch it. Yeah.
It's a mandatory movie you need to watch at least once. And I'll tell you right now, it's not that good, in my opinion. People say it's good, and they're full of shit. But it's definitely a movie you have to watch.
Yeah.
In terms of the movie. Okay, let's just wrap it up, though.
Okay.
That was your list, Zach. Solid list.
Nope. Your list was really fucking solid. I completely forgot about half those fucking people.
Thank you.
Fucking Ben Affleck.
I
completely forgot about Ben Affleck.
Actually, I'm probably gonna watch The Town today. Probably.
I'm actually probably gonna watch Argo probably either today or tomorrow.
Have you seen Argo before?
I have not, but my parents watch it and they were like, "It's so fucking good." And
go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Argo, fuck yourself. But my parents fucking loved Argo and they were like, "You need to watch it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll watch it eventually." And then I never did. So I'm probably going to watch it either day or tomorrow.
It's even better because it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's our episode this week. That's our top 5 list. Hopefully you kind of understand where we come from a little better. Sorry we aren't super snobby and love Jean-Luc Godard or some French guys. We don't love those guys. They're great, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah.
But Zach, if they wanted to hear our episode of this podcast or our previous episodes, where could they go on YouTube to find us?
If they want to check out some previous episodes of our podcast, they can check us out on youtube.com /Ticket Stubs Podcast, or they can search us in the search bar with Zac and Jay's Ticket Stubs Podcast or Ticket Stubs Podcast. You can also check us out on Facebook, facebook.com /Zac and Jay's Ticket Stubs, I believe is the whole thing. Or you can just search Zac and Jay's Ticket Stubs. You can find the page there. Like it. Let us know you're there. We love to listen to you guys. You can go to theextendedition.com where we're still posting up previous episodes of our podcast. You can check out all our stuff there. But yeah, I think that's basically everywhere.
About
you can
it,
check us out.
If you care about Twitter at all or whatever, you can follow me particularly at Extinction Team, I believe is my thing. I always forget. I want to change my thing.
I think it's still Extinction Team, man.
I want to change my name, but I can't think of anything cooler than Extinction Team.
See, I changed my Tumblr to Lord of Montefisto because I watched Rocky IV, and one of Apollo's things was the Count of Montefisto. Yeah. And I was like, that's a fucking cool-ass name. But it wouldn't let me put Count of Montefisto. It let me put Count Montefisto, and I was like, that sounds stupid. And I don't even know if it let me put it in Twitter. I really want it to because I think it's a fucking rad-ass username, but I don't know. We'll see.
But guys, thanks a lot for listening to this week's episode of the Ticket Stubs Podcast. Appreciate it, and I hope, you know what? Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it.
Appreciate every time you guys listen to us. If you like us, I hope you do if you're listening to this. You made it all the way to the end. Share it with your friends. Let them know about us because, we'd love to be able to reach the masses because we love you guys and we appreciate you.
So, thanks a lot, guys. Check you next week.
See you later.